So we're starting the stream now, connecting the streaming software. Right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. And yeah, it's the end of a new era. Joe Biden has been announced as president-elect. The 46th president of the United States. So yeah, it's a new day, people. It's a new day. So, bit of drama. Da, da, da. A new president. President-elect. Joe Biden. Right, so we have a bit of a live stream going on. So let's mute this. Yeah, this is all muted, so that's good. So it looks like it's just my voice coming out of the thing. We do have breaking news on CNN. We've got CNN up. So yeah, we've got CNN up. So far, there's a lot of people celebrating in the streets. Basically, it looks like Joe Biden's won the state of Pennsylvania, which is taking him over the top to 273 electoral college votes, meaning he has won. The first one to 270 wins the election, so that's good. But there seems to be some. There's going to be a lot of people that are happy with that. Going to be a lot of people that are not so happy with that, but we'll see. We shall see. We're live with a brand new camera. Brand new second-hand camera. Bit of drama. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Couldn't do that before. Anyway. That's going to get old. Greetoids, my friend. Greetoids. I've got the old Zoid open here, you see. Let me just check. Yeah, so the old Greetoids is up. Yeah. So, not sure how my colour's looking. Don't know if it's a bit rich. Looks okay. Obviously, this lens is it's only a f3.5. This one. It's the kit lens that comes with the Sony Alpha cameras. Yeah, I can see my picture's a little bit rosy, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I don't think it's not bad. Yeah, obviously the f1.4 is pretty much wide open, so it's a lot less light. I need a lot more light on this one. So yeah, let's see. Oh, hello. What's this? This looks like. Oh, I tell you what. I think you've got the same one that I've got, because I got this through the post the other day, also from Nagoya. And gotcha. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Finally got the bastard. It's been in my studio for about a week, this fucker. Finally. Bye-bye. So, yeah, back to me. Yeah, what I did is I actually got... Let me take out my... This is a box that I've made for my... we'll do a bit of show and tell. I can get to the bottom of it, because I put it in first. So what I also have is again, not used, I have also got this. So let me put the box down. A bit of show and tell. Bit of show and tell. So there. So that's the. Let's see if we can get a clearer picture of that. Yeah, and there's the little connection at the end, which goes directly into my radio, which is the SMAJ connection apparently, which is the one I was after. The cable's a bit thin. You can see I haven't even unwrapped it yet. And this is a tiny little mag mount. There we go. Let's put it up here.
That is damn near exactly the same, but my loading coil is a little bit higher up than that one.
Yeah, well, this one I'm gonna talk to you through the mic, but this one here is just got one coil, as you can probably see. If I try and there you are, it's got one coil, and it's got a tiny little base, and it's a little bit like a GPS or a what's it. But this also is a Nagoya, and it comes with a thin cable with a proper blimmin' connection on the end of it, which goes straight into my radios. So that's exactly what I was trying to get without getting all these poncy adapters. And again, it's light, and I think it's the one that I'm going to be bringing home with me next year. So the other one, I think I might leave it here because it's a bit of a... It's not a brand, it's China made. Like I said, it's got a solid... I'm going to sneeze now because there's dust everywhere. That's better. Sorry, excuse me. And also excuse me for not covering my mouth while I did that, but you'll have to forgive me. Right. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to sneeze now because that box was covered in dust. But yeah, it's the one I'm going to be taking home with me. Yeah, the coax is very skinny. And again, I have no idea what it would be. Apparently it's I don't even know what the gain of it is. The one on this one, obviously this little wibbly wobbly, I mean it doesn't look very appealing because it's a massive whip on the end of it. The cat loves it. This has got 3 dB gain apparently, but I wouldn't use that on the radio. I'd probably stick to the old rubber doodah ducky because it's it's more like it's less likely to get broken. Obviously that Nagoya doesn't screw into that mag mount, so getting ones that screw in with each other is not convenient anyway. So I had actually 6 viewers on just now, and now I've got 0. Anyway, so this is the camera that I was using before. This is the 400. As you can see, I put these little doodahs on. These are kind of like the Peak Design kind of things, and they go into the strap here. The beauty of these is that the Peak Design version of this is about $45-50 or £45-50, whereas this one is like this cost me £3.50, this belt. And again, I've got the clips on this camera, and I've also got them on the other camera as well, so multifunction, and I'm not breaking the bank, which is exactly what I want. So let me just open my phone and see. Okay, well what I'm going to do with that is possibly, if I can try to, I'm going to do some funky stuff here. I'm going to do the kind of stuff that Jamie does on the God, I've lost my train of thought. On the Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah, so what I'll do is I might share your stream setup to the world. I'm guessing that notification is you. So here we go. Right. So that goes there. That goes over there. We do a little bit of that. And then we go do do do. There we go. How about that? That's how we do it, you see? We get a bit of pizza in the screen. So yeah. So that's what we do there. And I think I'm making sure that I haven't got any more messages, because obviously, me being the consummate professional, I have actually put the Zello app and the WhatsApp app on different.
Check out my streaming setup.
Oh dear, this is going to get funky. Hang on. I already have. Yeah, I already have. There we go. Yeah, I already have. Am I coming through on different setups now? Your phone and your television? That you can talk to yourself. Here we go.
Yeah, there's a delay of about 10 seconds. If I read a message, because I've got you on a tablet, I've also got you on a big TV. So there is a disparity in streaming times here. So it's a bit weird.
Right, well, you're going to hear your own message in about 10 seconds, so it's going to be a little bit disconcerting. So let me take your... That's a beautiful pizza, by the way. Where did you get that? That was a little cheeky... Was that a little cheeky dive into the What's-It shop while you were getting the beer? That definitely looks like nice little pizza. That definitely. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do with the cameras is this. Obviously, if I had this lens on this camera, it would look like that. Hang on, it would look a little bit like that. This is 50, and this is 56, so it would probably be like that. So I can't really do a live stream like that, because it would possibly be not very nice. So let's get you back. This is 16mm, which is the same as my Sigma 16mm. Now the problem is with the Sigma 16mm is it's about that long. Well, I'll show you how long it is, because I've got it in here. Will you go away? Hello, somebody wants to be famous. Hello. Right, go there. Right, so I've got this camera that I bought. It came with a case, and it came with all sorts. Oh, Tilgate Parade, nice. It came with a case, and it came with all sorts of stuff that you don't need. But this is the length. The cat wants to be involved in the stream. Sorry about that. He's on the desk now. So this is the length of the Sigma, right? That's the length of the Sigma, and that's the 16mm, and then this is the 50mm, 56mm. But if you look at the end, obviously the aperture is like that for the wide angle, f1.4, so it lets in a lot of light. It's a very good lens for the money. You can't really go wrong with it. It's better than the one that's on here. This needs a lot more light, because this is f3.5. But look at this puppy. Look, I mean, Christ's sake. Look at how much light you can get in there. If I just turn it on, look at that. Wow. I mean, you can almost see the sensor through there. It's a monster. And of course, basically, this will be, it works in any light, which is great, because it's 1.4. So, and again, it makes any photo that I take look amazing, because it's got the amazing bokeh or bokeh, depending on how you say it. And obviously this is the wide angle one. This actually can go on the on this lens here because it's the E mount. So it can, it can, all these, the beauty of all this system is it's all interchangeable, which is once I decided that I'm going to go for the Sony crop sensor, APS-C, then the E mount, all these E mounts, they work together. So I'm pretty happy with it. And obviously the main point of it is the budget, because if you work out how much I spent, then the actual cost of all this put together is less than if I was to buy one A7 III body only, or even the new one, A7S III, which again is about £3,000. That's point, and then you need another £2,000 on there for the glass. They don't have the what's it lens has optical stabilization, but the Sigma ones don't. So there's no stabilization, and obviously with the A6400 there's no IBIS. If you get the A6600, then you get IBIS. But for what I do, for what I need it for, it's not really an issue, because you just hold it still, right? I'm not going to be vlogging with it. And to be honest, all the people that I've seen vlogging with both image stabilization and optical stabilization, it's still shaky. So, for those kind of vlogs, what the best way to do it, if you're going to do those kind of vlogs, is don't walk and talk. Do a kind of Casey Neistat vibe, where you find a place, stick your Joby down, do a little piece to camera where he goes, well, anyway, today we did this, and then today we did that. Do that, and then you're fine. You don't need to walk and talk with your camera, right? It's the only way to get around that is to get one of the little DJI Osmo cameras, the little gimbal ones, which are pretty good. But then again, you're in kind of action cam land. So what you gain in stability, you lose in coloration and everything else. So I think for the money and the fact that this 5100 is second hand, so it cost about £200, which probably is a little bit on the high side. You could probably get it slightly cheaper, but not here, probably somewhere else. Here they're still quite expensive, and I don't know how many of them are there. How many are there of them? How many of them are there? Yeah. How many of them are there in eBay, because of the streaming situation, and everyone's using them for Twitch and things like that. So they might have all been bought out. Might have all been bought. So I haven't checked. But yeah, the only thing I don't like, or the only thing I've got a problem with this 6400 that I bought here, is it doesn't have English language, which is a bit of an arse. I did get it on a good price, so I did get it tax free, but it only has Chinese and some other language. That it's got Arabic, it's got all sorts of character languages like Arabic and Chinese simplified and all that. What it has got is another language that I don't know. I think it's Greek or something like that. But it's the only language on here that actually uses like ABCs. So I can kind of work out what things does because of the spelling. So I've set it up by watching a couple of YouTube channels and basically going through the menus, because the menu's got numbers on, right? If we we just turn it on now, have a quick bouchage. So yeah, I mean, that gives you an idea of what the menu's like. So if you can read that, you can kind of get an idea that it's not English, but it's still, you can still roughly understand that the third one down is format, and then something. But what I did is, that if you see on the Sony menus, you've got the numbers, right? Where are we? You got the numbers, the menu number and the sub menu number. So I just follow those, and I just watched a couple of YouTube channels and changed it to, menu 4, sub menu 3, and turn this on, turn that off. So it's set up how I want it set up. And what I did find handy is on the MR, on the memory recall, I've set up number 1, I've set up for 4K 24p. Number 2, I've set up for slow motion, which is 4K 1080p 120 frames. And then when I want to take a picture, I just set it to M, and then the settings for the picture, and you can see how zoomed in it is just by looking at my face there. There we go. You see. Anyway, so basically, it's telling me I've got no battery. Oh well. This second-hand this second-hand camera came with 2 batteries, original Sony batteries, but I don't know how much they're the original Sonys. And what I did get is I bought myself a dual charger, but a USB one. So I'm going to make everything work off USB, and I've actually got a dummy battery for Sunny setup, where the battery just plugs in, and the battery is basically a dummy battery with a power cable coming out of it, and that plugs into the mains. And then I've ordered a USB version of a dummy battery. Yeah, I can't. Well, you would think, right? But the menu on this phone, yeah, 200 is probably the lowest you can get it for at the moment, I reckon. So here they're all about 200, 250, but I got mine for 200. I've been looking out for them for quite a while. So 200 is a good price for them, because it's kind of an international price. These batteries I bought, these ones, these are not unbranded. These cost me £3.50. Lithium ion, £3.50. So I've got a couple of those. I've got the USB charger. Now the thing is with the language is that this is obviously an Asia only phone. It's not the Hong Kong version. The Hong Kong version is the international one. It has all the European languages, including Chinese simplified and Chinese traditional, and English. Whereas this camera is the Asian version, and this has all the Arabic languages, the Chinese languages, but no English, no European languages. So obviously what I bought it for was...
It's a camera.
Yeah, I know, it's a camera, yeah. What I bought it for was mainly just for doing stuff, right? So basically, I basically just wanted it for streaming. So I wasn't bothered too much about the language. But hopefully, it might be possible to upgrade the firmware. But we'll see. Anyway, no big deal. It's all set up. It works. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm watching CNN at the moment on live stream. Everyone's in the streets celebrating. Trump is over, banners. You're fired. Loads of banners like that. Yeah, I'll just put you on so you can hear what's going on.
There are a couple of things to get us unity. Tone is very, very important because when people just get smashed upside the head, they can't think clearly. So that's got to go away. And then on the policy part, I think that anti-poverty, I think that criminal justice, mental health, addiction, infrastructure, family leave, there are economic policies that can bring us together. There's going to be some Cultural War stuff that pulls us apart.
So yeah, basically everyone's going on about bringing people together and kumbaya and all that kind of stuff. Power to them, that's what I say. Anyway, it's a very close race this year, so there's a lot of people that are definitely not going to be happy. But we'll see. See what happens. So yeah, the camera's sorted out. What else have what flavour pizza did you get? What flavour pizza did you get? So you can answer it in vocal. You can vocalize your answer in about 10 seconds when that message comes through. Hang on. Chili and pepperoni. That's a good one. Excuse me. Chili and pepperoni. Yeah. And I would have actually gone for the extra cheese option as well. I don't know if you did that, but that would have been a tick in my box, as it were. So what also I've got on the way, like I said, I haven't been spending all my money. I've just been getting a few bits and bobs.
Down with a San Miguel, no less.
Yeah, I saw the San Miguel because I got the picture of that. So what I have got is I pick myself up, dust myself down. I pick myself up, if you can see that. So for fuck's sake, hang on, excusez-moi. So that is like a partition box inside a Pelican, and that's the Pelican copy there, like a Pelican case. But you can see the price. That's like, that Pelican case was about what, 15 quid, and that was about £6. The interior part, the partition-y part. I had to buy another SD card because the camera, if you want to use the setting XAVC or whatever it's called, the one with the X on it, you need a faster SD card. My SD card wasn't fast enough, so I've had to order another one of those. So yeah, it's all a bit it's all fun and games, isn't it? So yeah. Oh, everyone's crying, look, everyone's celebrating, crying in the streets. It's only 12 o'clock dinner time. Everyone's going nuts.
Beginning of the campaign, they had an inspiration, and their inspiration was that the country wanted what Biden was. The country wanted to be healed. They wanted to essentially fire Donald Trump. That he was the counterpoint to that. That was right, and
So anyway, that's CNN, by the way. So that's according to Fox News, he hasn't won. They're saying that it's all a conspiracy and whatever. So he's not going to leave quietly, and they've got another like 75 odd days of him at the moment, because we're going to see what happens. But yeah, it's all a bit funky spunky. But yeah, they need to get themselves sorted out. They need to get this blimmin' COVID thing under control for a start. Jesus, the whole world's going nuts with that. Anyway, yeah, today in southern China they had a blimmin' music festival, outdoor music festival. About 5,000 people were there. It was a soul beer. What's the one you put a lime in the top? That's a soul beer, isn't it? Soul, yeah. Yeah, not it's not the AVC HD. It's not that one. That's the old one. It's the XS something. I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll turn it on and tell you. XAVC S. XAVC mode. They do an S. They do an I. The I is better apparently, but this camera doesn't have it. But the XAVC apparently is a lot less taxing on your computer when you try and decode it. So that's what you're recording. But you need a faster SD card, especially when you're recording 4K, because it's the one that takes the 10 bits, whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, for sure. He's chucking his toys out already. He's gone quiet for a good 4 days, and every time he posts on Twitter block his messages, because apparently they've got this new law out now where you're not allowed to post blatantly false, untrue information, which is basically what he posts. So they no one's reading his tweets anymore. Before it was like, the president's crazy, look what he's written now. Now it's like no one cares, apart from Fox News. And there's half of the Fox News that have basically gone, they've basically gone, I'm sorry, I'm just, someone sent me a message. They're basically going, oh, well, the president thinks that it's all rigged and we're going to go to the courts, and the other anchors are going, there's no evidence of that. I haven't seen anything like that. That's not true. That's clearly not true. So there's division now. So a lot of the Fox News anchors are having to decide what side they're on, because they blatantly know that they're bullshitting. So there's going to be a lot of people kind of coming back into the fray and trying to pretend that they were never part of Trump's team. What I'm curious to know is, in theory, he's still the leader of the Republican Party, even though he's lost. He's still a Republican, right? Is he? Does that mean he's still going to go to the? Yeah, there's a lot of Twitter bans. Yeah, exactly. A lot of that's his. I mean, CNN. They won't even report what he's saying now, because they're like, we're not interested. It's we're moving on. He's not relevant anymore. He's an idiot. They're basically, even though he's in effect still the president until January. Apparently Biden is going to make a speech later on this evening. They're setting up his stage now, and they're going to do a drone light show. I think it's the same drone light show that was in China it's been in China for a while. It's where they put like 150 drones in the air, and then they use the drones to spell out words, and they have an RGB light in each drone. And obviously through GPS, they can position the drones in the sky, and then they can spell out logos and then flash things up by using the RGB bulbs. It's quite good. But China were the first people to do that, and they did that during the Olympics, 2008. But I think they're going to be doing a drone show later on in the Biden stage, because they're getting ready to do his speeches on his stage in Delaware. That stage has been set up since Tuesday, but no one's been using it. But now they finally, because he's won Pennsylvania, that's worth 20 votes, and they've basically said, right, that's it, we're done. Yeah, exactly. Well, apparently it is quite. The drones themselves, they're relatively cheapo drones. They're not expensive. They're not anything like. They're basically the typical plasticky shop drones with a ball underneath, and inside that ball is like an RGB bulb, and it all works off wireless DMX and ArtNet. And obviously, you set each drone up, and then you give it a GPS coordinate, and they just all fly, and you set it all up on the computer. So it's like pixel mapping. You pixel map an animation or an image, and then you put them all up in the sky. It's similar to how they do the lights in stadiums, where they give every customer a little bracelet with an RGB light inside, and then they can make the customers in different colours. A similar thing. But yeah, it's quite interesting to watch. It's a truckload of oh God, it's a full on celebration. I tell you, it's full on celebration. Let me give you a little quick taster. I'll pull this window down to here. I pull this down to here, and then give you some of that, and give you some of
parts
that.
of the government and using it to create.
So this is Times Square. So this is Times Square, New York.
This thing in a way that,
Lunchtime.
frankly, yes, President Trump was on it on the therapeutics, has been on it pushing for vaccines, and Joe Biden and the American people are likely going to benefit from that.
So I wonder if I mute it
Refuse to wear masks, refuse to
and
tell
then just
people
put it in
to
the
do
corner.
so while we wait for those remedies is something that we'll never get back, and a lot of lives that
Not just
we'll never
refused
get back.
to, led the charge against it. He held super spreader events all over the country.
I like Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper's brilliant.
Like no other we've seen in this country.
So let's get rid of that.
Not just because
Put it up there.
you know what President Trump may or may
Right, so this is live CNN. I don't know if it's obviously I've muted the audio for copyright reasons. I don't know if it was.
Biden step into that gap, and if he will, how will he?
Excuse me.
But
So yeah, I've been watching
raise one
CNN live. They don't have a YouTube channel, but they live stream on their website. So I've got to turn it down because. There we go. I've just turned it down because it was annoying. But yeah, they don't have a YouTube channel. They've got their own website, and they stream on their own website. But I've been watching it like 24 hours for the past. It's funny because they've been doing this vote counting for the past 3 days, and they have Chris Como on at 4:30 in the morning, and he's really funny because at 4:30 in the morning, who's watching? So he's like, he's a good presenter, and of course the one you've got at the moment, can't remember his name, but anyway, can't remember his name. Let me see if I can get my buddy on the line, who's in. Right, so yeah, I'm just seeing if this is going to go, live, but yeah, apparently I was watching Jake Tapper. That's it. Jake Tapper's the one that was just on. He's been slagging off Trump for ages. But yeah, but CNN have basically, as soon as they knew Joe Biden was going to win, they've basically been not even acknowledging Trump exists, which is funny. They haven't been mentioning his name. And now that as soon as Pennsylvania said that, all right, he's won the state, that's worth 20 points. He's put him over the edge, and that's it. He's won. So I thought that was quite good. This is Jake Tapper, by the way. This bloke, yeah. Anyway, yeah, people dancing in the streets. I got a message from my friend. It's a new day. Let's see what he's talking about.
prominent females in an era of social media, but it is absolutely time for the United States of America to stop that crap.
Yeah,
and the American people ignored it for their.
They did.
It looks like. I mean, at least in terms of the election results. But it is time for that to go.
And this is going to sound so,
I'm your streaming
maybe you'll be
sidekick.
surprised by this, but I just have been dying to say
Yeah.
this.
No,
You know what
it's-
I loved
it's,
about
um,
2020 and watching all these women.
Someone
run?
did, because
You know, we didn't hear
a
anything about.
good friend
we
of
didn't hear
mine
anything
is
about
from
what
the
they-
States, and we've been bitching and moaning about Trump for the past 4 years. So it's quite exciting for him as well, and he's from Texas. So, I mean, Christ. But yeah, it was like I said, I've been watching CNN for the past 4 days, and it's been on like this 24 hours, live stream, or just streaming election results. And it's quite interesting. Well, one of the presenters, the black guy, he burst into tears about an hour ago when they finally announced it, because CNN don't tend to announce until they've got the facts right. So once they Jesus, that's better. Did I have my mic on mute all that time? Yeah, anyway, what a day. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks once Trump decides to. The thing is, it's like this time 4 years ago, Hillary Clinton had already called President Trump to congratulate him even before the votes had been finished counting. But everyone seems to think that he's not even going to go to the inauguration, which I think is going to be. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We've been discussing his antics for the past 4 years. There was a theory going around that he would have got executed before, somebody would have done a Kennedy on him, but yeah. Anyway, it's all over now, and we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, it's been a long concurrent viewers, 14. How can that be? Anyway. Oh, average watch time. I was going to say. I've only got one concurrent viewer on this channel. This is a private stream, I'll have you know. Dun dun dun. Oh my lord. Anyway, that never gets old. So yeah, when I saw that footage that you sent with the I'm going to mute this again. Right. Yeah, also, don't forget, you got the first female vice president, the first black female vice president. So hopefully she'll be able to do some speeches and make people settle down. And, that'll be good. Because it's about time, like we discussed yesterday, it's about time that somebody got... You've got yeah. I mean, obviously, I did see a picture of your pizza, and to be honest, if I'm up against, it's like if I'm up against that, I don't really. What I could do, let's do this. Look, let's do this. And see. That's the smallest I can get it. All right, okay, let's do that. And then let's have a pizza as the presenter. All right, so now we've got Party in the Streets because of a rather thin crust pizza. So, yeah. Can't cover Jake Tapper, but I can cover this bloke. So Jake Tapper discusses pizza toppings. The only important news of the day. Nothing else is important. And you can see how serious he is over the toppings of a pizza. We've got to do another dun dun, right? Dun dun dun! That never gets old. Right, so you've got pizza, you've got San Miguel, and you've got new presidents. What else could be? Well, look, hang on. You've gone off the screen. You've gone off the screen. There you go. See, I know what the problem is. It's because my my screen is not is set to a higher resolution than 1080. So possibly the I've got to adjust the windows a little bit. You know, he's playing golf. He's on his golf course. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, they've got him. Look, he's playing a game of golf. Oh, look. He went, sod this, I'm playing golf. And he's gone, and paparazzi have nabbed him playing golf. That's brilliant. Brillianto. Right, do I have a new photo to add to the Pizzagate story? 1 second. Oh, look. Go on then. Dun dun dun. Right. Sorry. Things might need to be adjusted here. There we go. Bye bye to you. Hello to you. It's just a sad state of affairs, but it has to be done. Pizza slice, pizza slice. You were a full, now you're a quarter. There you go, original pizza face. So that is basically all the functions you need when you buy a computer. That's all you need to do, is to resize photos and put them over the top of important news like that. And was that cheese sauce? Was that cheese sauce? What sauce was that? Was that the special Papa John's sauce? Or was that something else? I need a sauce update, please. Hit me up with a sauce update. It's urgent. Thank you. Now, what I can do, what I should be able to do is, instead of buggering about like that, I can just go zip, 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 like that, get rid of that one, put that there, and now have a...
It's a garlic and herb dip. It's kind of creamy, kind of herby, kind of delicious.
Ah, there you go. And that, my friends, is a update from the pizza. See, there you go. See, now what I've done there, is I've actually got the important bits out. And it's now just the pizza without the sauce. So there's no excuse not to buy a computer, because with a computer you are able to resize and cut pizza pics. Pizza pics. Oh, Christmas lunch, right? Yes. Right. Let me run through. Oh, step dancing. There we go. Achy breaky heart. There we go. Right. Now I did get some. Let me get my menu up. I did have. Now, did I do it via email? Let me check if I did it via email. Oh no, hang on. Here we go. Right. I remember now. So let me go through where I got my so I'm going to open this. Right, I'm going to open there. Okay, right. So let's just cut from CNN for just a second while we go through the amazing Christmas dinner that I've ordered. Now, this doesn't come cooked, by the way. So I've ordered a turkey, as you can see, and a gammon, cooked gammon. These are also options. So basically, this is the menu, and you basically can have anything off it, and it's all priced up. You can see the prices. It's all priced up accordingly. So a whole turkey is about £7.50 a kilo. They don't cook it for you. They can cook it for you, but if they do, you have to add £2 a kilo. There's a QR code for you to scan if you want to order it. So yeah, you've got. This is what we're.
I seriously hope you read the small print. I mean, you may well have ordered a pack of Christmas photos.
No, I can assure you, I didn't just order the pictures. This stuff is actually real. I've actually ordered cauliflower cheese. Yeah, Christmas pudding I haven't done with. You can order crackers as well, which I haven't done. Custard, no. Oh, I've ordered a couple of trifles. Pumpkin pie, and this is the company that does it. So yeah, they're obviously this is just to advertise what's going on. But yeah, that look. Hopefully, I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna put the spread on. Wow, look at that celebration! Look at that! Look, everyone's going
I'll
mental.
tell you what, that lot looks delightful. I just hope it turns out quicker than my little care package has.
Don't get me started on that, man. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the post office on Monday. I've got it in my to-do list. I'm going to call them from here. I'm going to use Skype. I'm going to call them from here and get it sorted, because I want, if it's been lost, and if they can't give me a reason why it would have left China and not arrived into the UK for some reason, then I'm going to ask for a refund, because, you know, regardless of what the contents was, which is, again, it's, you know, it can be replaced. It was a pain in the arse to get it all collated, because I had to order it from 3 or 4 different suppliers, but it can all be replaced. It's not an issue. I've even got the links still here to get, to get duplicates kind of thing. So that's not the major issue. The major issue is the bloody shipping costs, which I want back. But anyway, I will inquire on Monday. I'll give them a call, because, you know, like I said, look, live, we'll do Royal Mail.
I've just checked the tracking again, and it still hasn't arrived in the UK according to the Parcel Force tracking number.
Yeah, well, that, as like I said, I understand all that, but I'm not. That means nothing, because I've got basically. I've got one country telling me that it's left the country, so it's UK's problem. And then I've got the UK side saying, oh, it hasn't arrived yet, so it's not our problem. So it's like, do me a favour. So, I mean, tracking it myself here on the so we're tracking it. We're tracking it with Parcel Force here, and it says exported, hasn't arrived in the UK, right? Which is brilliant. But look at the date. It was exported on the 28th. Dispatched to the UK on the 28th of September. And then if I do the Chinese side, again, same tracking number, go through all the bits and bobs. Dooby-dooby-doo. This is live how it's happening. This is being translated into English. Obviously, thank you, Chrome. And again, here we go. I posted it on the 28th of September. And it said it got to the airline on the 30th of September. And the airline has received it. And then it's just vanished. And that was 38 days ago. So it still says it's in transit. So what my question would be, that if it because I've been shown, I'll even open my WeChat and I will show you. Well, I'll show the internet, not just you. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to put that there. Right, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to share that. I'm going to put that on AirDrop, share that over. And then I'm going to open this, drag it over there. So here, according to the post office, this is directly from the shipper, from the person that shipped it. Here is the flight number. So this is the flight number. Now, it doesn't say from where to where, but according to their dockets, and this is on the 23rd. This flight was scheduled on the 23rd of September, of October. Sorry, the 23rd of October. She printed that out because that's the last time I inquired. So this is the flight number for the parcel that left for London. Excuse me. So my question would be, where the fuck is the plane? Now, like I said, I would like to ask somebody, because it seems like this information has just been copied and pasted over from here. So they've actually put the number into the computer to say that this is going through to the UK. So that it's showing up on Parcelforce as exported. But as I say, a parcel doesn't take 38 days to fly from China to England. So well, like I said, I mean, I've had my fair share of experience trying to call bureaucratic people in the UK, that's for sure. All I need to do is speak to somebody, and I go, of course, during lockdown and all that.
Barry Manilow on us. Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not that. It's not. I have two theories. One theory, like I said, the parcel never made it on the plane, but it was scanned into the computer. So therefore, when the plane landed in the UK, it wasn't on the plane. So therefore, it wouldn't have arrived. Due to human error, somebody scanned it into the plane, or scanned it into the system, but not put it on the plane. And then they've either booted it to the corner of the warehouse and forgot about it, or they've put it on a ship. But like I said, I've been here for umpteen years, and I have never lost any packages from here to the UK. Never. They've turned up late, and some of them have turned up from the UK to here with the wrong address and the wrong house number, and I've had to track them down, but they've been, I've got them eventually. I've never lost anything. So, and since this was EMS, which is the bloody government leg of the post office in China, it's like the equivalent of Royal Parcelforce in China, I thought that would be the safest thing, because it's not DHL, it's not FedEx, it's not a private company, it's EMS, it's the government wing of the mail system here. It's like USPS in the States. So all I would like to know is if I posted, if something was exported on a plane, and I have a plane number, I have a flight number. Is there any reason why a parcel wouldn't come off and be checked into the system at the other end? And all I want to know is what would be the reason, because the problem is China are saying it's on the plane. It's not our problem. We delivered it. It's it's awaiting to be. It's awaiting to arrive in the UK. It's being exported. So as far as they're concerned, it's not even arrived. So it can't even return to sender because it's not even arrived yet. And the UK side are basically saying, well, it hasn't arrived here yet, so we can't tell you where it is because we haven't got it. It's just left China. But, I've got a feeling it's going to turn up from a boat. I've got a feeling it has been put on a boat. Really, that's the only thing I can think of, because there's no reason why, because my telephone number was on it, your telephone number's on it. If there was a problem with the package and they couldn't put it on the plane, they would have phoned me. They would have called me and said, we can't send this. And as I say, the only other thing I can do is chase the airport and say, did this plane land? I mean, fuck. Has the plane crashed and no one's told anybody? There's umpteen parcels floating around in the ocean with blimmin' Tom Hanks and Wilson. Anyway, I don't know. What's happening with CNN? Look at that. Look. Oh, it's a national holiday. Everyone's going nuts, mate. Honestly, everyone's going nuts. There wasn't this many people in the street when the Don is gone. The con is gone. Oh, bless them. Bless them. And the funny thing is, they're all wearing masks now, all of a sudden. They never did when blooming last week when they were doing his super spreader events. And apparently his Trump's chief of staff has tested positive for COVID yesterday. So, and he was in a, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, bye, Donny boy. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, like I said, I'll check that parcel on Monday. I'll give him a ring. Like I said, I'm either going to get through or I'm not. I'm either going to speak to somebody or I'm not. I'm either going to get some answers or I'm not. So, but if I don't try, I don't know. And I'll follow it up with an email and I'll call China again and say, look, where is it? Because like I said, it wasn't cheap to post all that lot. And I spent a long time getting it all together. So I want it to arrive. It would be funny if it turned up like 2 days before Christmas, wouldn't it? That would be ironic. Anyway, like I said, I don't think it's lost in the post. I haven't lost anything to this day. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this is the bloke that broke down in tears. He was very happy the fact that his world has now got better, which I can understand. A lot of people are happy and a lot of people are gonna, I think they'll settle down once they realise that their life is not gonna end. I mean, you can still buy a gun, you can still do what you need to do. I feel confident it will turn up as well. I just don't like the fact that I've paid for a tracked parcel and it's gone missing for 38 days. That doesn't seem right to me. regardless of what it was, because it hasn't just disappeared off the system. It's on the system. It still count. I've got. If I check on the app on my phone, it says it'll tell me how many days it's been on the system. Apparently, it's 39 days so far that it's been exported. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what condition it comes in as well. Because by the time it gets to you, I mean, luckily I did keep everything inside in their original Ziploc plastic bag. So the box wasn't that thick. And I did put a fair amount of tape on it. But hopefully I could imagine it being beaten up and torn and ripped and soggy and everything. But anyway, let's see. Let's see. Hopefully it won't be broken. There's nothing. I mean, I did pack it properly, so there's no risk of things getting broken. Even if it was stamped on, the things inside would have been okay. Anyway. So. Let's see what happens in the next couple of years. Yeah, I do hope that America gets their act together, because it'll be nice for the rest of the world, I think. And I don't know what's going on with Brexit at the moment, what they're doing with that. So God knows what they're doing at the moment, what's going on with imports and exports. But I think now you've got a proper person in the government, you can at least make proper deals with them. So, the thing is, you can't elect somebody that's got high IQ, because the problem with that is a lot of people with high IQ have other personality traits that might not necessarily be suited to a world leader. So IQ, I don't think, is the right. It should be one of the. It should be definitely one of the criteria. But experience and contacts and life experience should be more than just IQ, because there's a lot of super smart people out there, IQ wise, but they're really weird as far as other personalities trait. I mean, Albert Einstein was a bit quirky, wasn't he? But he was smart. He had an IQ, but he was a bit of a, there's a lot of quirky guys out there that are really, really smart, but they're not really president material, unfortunately. Jeb Bush, look at that. Congratulations, President-elect Biden. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'm curious to see. I did watch those guys actually. I just watched that video you sent me. I haven't clicked on any of the other stuff, but that hotel. I think I know where that is. It's in the next city, because a lot of hotels around that era were built similar to the similar spec, because it was copied from one of the international hotels that opened up in Shanghai, and it was one that had the atrium in. I think it was the Holiday Inn, actually, if I'm right in saying. Because that's been around Shanghai for a while, but it's got the same thing. You walk in and it's got the glass atrium part. So yeah, I did watch that, and it's the same thing with the security guards. If you give them some spiel at the door, they'll let you in. They don't really give a monkeys. The irony is, in this country, is like, people have an opinion about what it's like by watching social media and having an idea that it's kind of like North Korea, but it isn't. And people are people, really. And an old man at a door, he's like, yeah, whatever, go on in. And, you know, he doesn't want to get in any trouble. So if you basically say, oh, I'm from Shanghai and I'm supposed to be here to check over some or take some pictures, they're more scared about getting into trouble by not letting you in, because in case that you're representing a company that maybe wants to buy the building, and a lot of these buildings get bought out by foreign investors, so they want to sell it or they want to kind of do whatever, and everything revolves around money here. There's a lot of abandoned amusement parks. I did a rave party in one years ago. Again, lots of that was funny. COVID-19 virus 45, as in the 45th president. Anyway, that's funny. So there is a lot of abandoned bits and bobs. Not so much now because a lot of the land is getting redeveloped. But it depends on the area. A lot of hotels in Shanghai have been built from foreign investment. We've got recently we've had the Astoria, and also, what was that other one? Oh, Bellagio, the Bellagio. But the Bellagio is sponsored by Sunling, which is the Chinese equivalent of Currys. So you can imagine the Bellagio with a Currys sponsor on the logo outside. It's quite laughable. But obviously Bellagio didn't really realise who Sunling was, so they were like, yeah, that's a good idea. And they said, oh, we're going to be on the Bund, are we? Oh yeah, you're going to be on the Bund on the riverside. But they put them right at the end where nobody goes, and right next door is the hardware market where I go and get all my cables and electrics, which has been there for years, since the 40s. It's all old school architecture. But because it's on the Bund, they basically said to the foreign investors, hey, you'll get prime real estate location for your Bellagio hotel. And they're like, oh, great, we're going to be another Vegas. And it's like, once you get there, you realise that nobody goes down that end. So you got right down the end, you got this spanking brand new Bellagio hotel that nobody goes to. And it's open now, but no one goes there. So they're desperate to do events and all these. They've had a couple of rooftop parties and stuff like that, but nobody ever goes. You'll only ever see one party, and then that'll be it. There'll be nothing else. So it's like the kiss of death. But like I said, it's money. If you come in with enough cash in your pocket, they'll definitely have it off you. That's for sure. And if you don't have much local knowledge about what's going on, you'll be put in some dodgy area. And you won't get any foot traffic, you won't get any customers, you'll go bankrupt within a year. And that's what happens. And most of the hotels, they open up, and there was where I used to work. There was the Paramount Hotel, and it was the Regent. It was the Regent Hotel, and Joe Rogan's just released a podcast, so he's going to be like, yay. USA. I like Joe Rogan. I never used to like him, but he's all right. I like him now. There was a hotel called the Regent, and brand new international hotel, loads of international staff. It opened up around 2005, 2006. I used to go there for my lunch because it was next door to the office. And it was open for about 18 months, and then they sold it. They just sold the building. And all of a sudden, a big crane came along, took off the embossed Regent logo, and changed it to the Parliament Hotel. So it's basically now called the Parliament Hotel, which has got nothing to do with Regent. It's the same building, exactly the same everything, but it's now nothing to do with the Regent Hotel. It's now the Parliament, and it's run by Chinese people, and it's got Chinese staff in it, and it's all like that. And that's the story. Lots of that going on. But because he's going to find, isn't he? $100 million. He's actually moved to Texas. Have you seen his house? Search online for his house in Texas. but he's got a nice little pad. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I moved to America, thinking about it, I'd probably prefer Texas than California. Simply because I think California is not as awesome as people make out. And the Urban Prepper's just started his live stream, so he's going to be doing the Urban Prepper. Let's see what he's doing. So that's the beauty of this technology. See, I'll just bosh that over there. Let's see what the Urban Prepper's doing. There we go. A stream within a stream. This guy's quite good actually. But anyway, I'm gonna get what's it, don't I? Yeah, lots of live streams starting at the moment. So it's going to be a big day in America today. Well, this weekend. It's like, because it's Saturday, isn't it, at the moment? So everyone's out. Who's sending me a message? Look at this. Where are we?
Well, if I move to America, I'm going to go wherever the rednecks are, because I do like a little bit of the bluegrass.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I think
Some banjo music.
yeah, I do understand what bluegrass is. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, no, I said I'd probably move to Texas. I wouldn't. I'm not in. I'm not involved in the gun culture and the yeehaw culture, but I do like myself a little bit of a big old truck, and a lot of places where you can drive faster than you should be driving, and have a lot of land as well. And also you get a lot of bang for your buck, and you get a big steak if you need. I'm into a big steak as well. So that would be more to my liking than the kind of vibe in California, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't lived in either of them. I've visited California, but never been to Texas. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's a blooming big old place. But I'd not necessarily agree with their politics. But I'm a fan of their cars and the fact that they got a lot of space. Not sure how hot it is down there though. I think it's bloody hot down there. Yeah. Anyway, Lash, Texas. So yeah. Anyway, bluegrass. I think they smoke it down there as well, don't they? No, that's California. I don't think you're allowed to do that in Texas. Yeah, but one of the reasons why Joe Rogan moved, because Canada. Yeah, Canada is good, but I just don't know if I could handle the temperature there, because it gets cold in the winter. But then saying that, it's a good old open space with lots of things to do that we kind of like doing. So, yeah, I think that might be an option. But I don't know. It's not, to be honest, it's not where you are, it's who you're with, isn't it, at the end of the day? Because, I mean, I've fancied doing the Telegraph run in Western Australia, doing all that. So, I've fancied doing that, but oh, you got the fire? What is it? November? No, eh? What you got fireworks going off for? It's not November the 5th, is it? It's November the 8th. Oh, everyone's just going mental. Look, everyone's all out in New York. Everyone's all out in Times Square. Everyone's wearing masks. which is bizarre. I think what you've got to do is you have to tell you actually have to tell the Republicans that voted for Trump, and there is a bloody lot of them. Trump got 3 million more votes than he did in 2016. 3 million more people voted for him. So God knows what crap they were believing, which is kind of scary. But somebody needs to talk to those guys and say, look, you've been fed a load of crap. Oh, I get it. You've got residual fireworks going off. Got it. Understood. Yeah, I've always fancied the Western Australia Telegraph run, something like that, you know. Like I said, it's very unfortunate at the moment with the way the world is with the virus. Until that's sorted out, everyone's just going to be in their bubbles, you know. They've shut the borders here from the 4th of November to anyone from the UK, anyone from Ethiopia, various other European countries, I think 13 countries were on the list, UK being one of them. As I say, they've shut the border, so it's doubtful. Possibly I'd be able to come back with my visa that I've got, possibly, but I'd have to check first, or I'd have to get some proper paperwork to be able to be let in. But anybody with a normal work visa or a normal visa is not allowed in, regardless of tests or not. And that's from 4th of November. That's recently. So they're definitely clamping back down again. And again, everyone's wearing masks now in the States, which is ironic because in every single Trump rally, there was no masks around. Trump had a press conference. Ronnie Dahl, yes, I do know Ronnie Dahl. I do like his thing. What I found though is a lot of 4x4s out in Oz. They're so expensive. You could spend 80 grand on a decent Toyota pickup. You know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Troopy, or the 70 series Land Cruiser. 80 grand, man. It's a lot of money for an off-roady. Yeah. And even the second-hand, you can pick up a second-hand like Nissan Patrol for about $5,000. Yeah, but you need another $15,000 just to get it track worthy. You need a lift, you need the tyres, you need a locking diff, you need all the other crap that you put on it. You know, and that's not even anything to do with the camping equipment. I don't know if you've seen the your favourite bloke, the Overland UK bloke with the big bushy beard. His mate is selling his Range Rover, God, not a Discovery. What is it? Bloody the expensive one. Anyway. Yeah, the old Utes, yeah. Big old 5 litres, yeah. But he's selling his Defender, that's it, Defender. He's selling his Defender with all the kit, all the bits and all the things, and he's looking for 25 grand. He wants 25 grand for the whole lot. So he's obviously fallen on hard times, or his wife's decided to say, if you don't cut this nonsense out, I'm going to divorce you. So either that, or he's looking to buy a new off-roading machine, which I very much doubt, because the off-roading scene in the UK is, you know, compared to Oz, there's not really many tracks you can drive in that kind of situation. Not really sure because I haven't done it, but it's not as fun as what I see in Oz. Anyway, 25 grand for the whole lot. His offers over. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, it's not worth that. You know, I'd rather.
I was thinking of nailing a sheet of ply to the top of the disco and just using my Halfords pop-up tent on the top.
Well, that's that. You could do that, yeah. You could do that. Basically, I'd like a rooftop tent. I think that's a good idea. But I don't know if I'd prefer a rooftop tent or a trailer with all the bits and the pull-outs and all the drawers and all the other bits and the bits you can sleep in it. Some of the trailers they do are really nice, but again, they're 30 grand for the trailer. So I'd like to do a trailer and do it myself, kind of thing. You know, that would be good. So yeah. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen now, because everyone's just gone nuts with this celebration. Not one person has come out and said, "Oh, we need to keep the votes counted. We need this. We need that." Because whatever happens, he can't win. Trump can't win, even if he gets all 3 states. And he's not going to get 3 states anyway, because they're still counting. The only thing he can do is get groups of people together to say that it was a fix and it was this and it was that. But I don't think there's going to be anybody that's going to big him up on it. I don't think there's going to be... He hasn't got enough supporters now because he's not in power anymore. So the people that were supporting him, apart from his family bubble, are going to basically kind of slowly step away. And at the moment, he's in the middle of... He's playing golf on a golf course. Yeah, well, like I said, the reason why I wasn't looking at caravan, because I was looking at off-road vehicles. But yeah, if you're gonna do just normal campsite kind of thing, then yeah, caravan is the way to go. But then you turn up at a campsite and you pays your fees and you get your bits and bobs, and it's a home from home, isn't it? Whereas a van is kind of like drive down to the beach and you've got your own bed and everything else, and then you just drive home. You can't drive a caravan to the beach, can you? And then come back again. But then, like I said, you'll get a lot better deal.
Personally, I'd buy an old Series 2A Land Rover and put dumper truck wheels on it, and I'd probably use for living quarters a Mark IV Cortina and just chain it to the back and just drag it up the bridle paths through Surrey and such like things.
I think that might be a good idea. Let me just double check to see. Yeah. Let me see. Just for... See, I'm multitasking, you see, but if I multitask, because I'm not like a CNN news anchor, and that's not rhyming slang, by the way. There you go. How about that? Something like that, you mean? Mark, what's it run? What is it? A Mark Doodah? What's it with a doodah? Dumper trucky doodahs on him? I think that's pretty much down the end of the road that you're talking about, isn't it? You see, that's the beauty of computers. You see, get yourself a computer and it's all there. That's how you do it. So, yeah, like I said, that's why I was looking at the Volvo V70. You see, because it's kind of semi off road, and at a at a pinch, if you like, you could put the back seats down and you've got a bed, at a pinch. So that's why I was looking at the V70, and it is 4-wheel drive. An old one, $3,000. I mean, I've checked them. But obviously, the Japanese cars are a lot nicer inside. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. Right, well, I'm going to watch a movie. And I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I might get some food. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. But, yeah. And this battery on this phone, because I'm not plugged into the mains, I've got a battery onto the camera. It's down to 21%, so it's about to shut off, which is not bad actually, considering it's just running off a battery at the moment. So that's good. So I'm going to get something to eat. I think I'm going to watch a bit of this. Oh look, they're all outside Trump Tower. That's brilliant. They're like, fuck off home, fuck off home. Oh God. Anyway, it's going to be a new day. It's the new generation taking over the world, man. I'm telling you. But they need to sort out. Honestly, they need to sort out the Republicans. They need to sort out the Middle Americans, and somebody needs to step up and tell them to calm the fuck down and just relax, because we've got you back. We're not going to forget you. All the Middle Americans, all the farmers, all the millions of people that voted, they need to just chill, because, yeah, you can't have civil war, can you? It's no good for anybody. So, they need to step up and do their thing. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Love you and leave you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, all of you that did, and all of you that didn't. Well, whatever. And yeah, thanks very much, and I shall speak to you soon. Love you and leave you. I shall give you a chat on, what's it? Bye-bye. Yes,